Hello everyone, welcome back in Tech Session 22. So guys, today's session I'll show you a demonstration area to end-to-end setup cloud infra and deploy resource on Azure using DevOps CI/CD pipeline by provisioning Terraform IAC module and with the help of AI Copilot. Okay, so that is our today training session headlines, and the key topic for today's session is I'll show you demo to set up the backend related to RG storage and container. So backend is nothing. We are going to set up resources on Azure that will use to maintain our TF state file. So we need RG, we need a storage, we need a container. This is the prerequisition before going to start your Terraform resources. After that, I also show you how you will trigger the pipeline in sequence order, whatever I covered in the previous session. So based on that, I'll show you to live trigger the pipeline. And after that, we'll also show you the pipeline condition and gates, how we are managing approval gates when you're going to start to deployment respective environment. And yes, once we deploy successfully, we'll also show you how resources are deployed in respective environment. And the next one is GitHub Copilot. So here I'll show you how we'll troubleshoot our documentation by using GitHub Copilot. Also, it will help us to code provisioning, template writing, and all. Okay, so that will help here in the GitHub Copilot. Let's start and move on to first on the VS Code. Then we'll to go here in the cloud side. Okay, so here. So as you know, the same structure we are following. So code side already explained, right? So I hope you are already clear. So top up we have the folder structure that already explained in the design repository directory. And here the pipeline, after that we create a template and then variable and the pipeline. So if I'm talking to edu, that's pipeline, directly 3 pipelines there. If you expand template, there are 2 templates here now. And if you expand variable, then here infra common vars file there. If you expand the environment, so environment we have a 2 environment for now, dev and prod. We consider as a here is a root module. Here basically all the actual deployment module that calling to your child module here. And module is this is a child module, basically is a common that can be used for upcoming deployment any projects, right? And same configuration backend we are managing all the backend, but here you see I already commented out because we are managing by a template itself, so no need here. Another is TFRs. Yes, that is actual configuration that need for respect environment, and make sure some of the secrets if I'm using here that is only for sample, but ideally is not best practice. Make sure to manage by GitHub Copilot or DevOps or environment variable. Okay, that always take care. This is a main you already covered, right? So we are calling the modules similar for prod. This is the structure, and I hope you are clear this one. Once we are ready, we just simple commit our changes to our push. My branch is already in master here, but ideally you need to start your future branch because you are developing currently. My code is ready, so that's why I'm just showing from master now. Okay, so I'm assuming my code already pushed to repo, so go to repo first. So this is my repo portal. I'll go to DevOps portal. So here I log in my DevOps portal, and you remember last time and I already configured this pipeline, but if you are not aware, so simple go to the pipeline section, and here you need to select the new pipeline, and once click new pipeline you need to click the option here Azure repo kit. Once you select, then your repo will be there. So this is my repo where my old code is there. Just select this one, and if your pipeline already configured in your code, right, so you need to select existing. If you are going to start now, then you need to select, but my code and template is already there, pipeline there, so I'll go there in this option. I need to select my branch, so I have a 3 branch, but currently code in master, so I'm consuming this master. And here you need to select the pipeline, right? Let's say anyone, I'll show you here, and then continue. After that you can rename it and give the proper name, that so you can easily identify. Similar for next 2 pipeline also you can do here, right? Template here you no need to configure because template is internal calling, right, to your module and all, so that is for dynamic and reusable purpose only. Okay, so after that I'll show you to trigger the pipeline. Alright guys, so now you can see I'm in the Azure DevOps now, right? I'm assuming you already configured the pipeline from their existing branch, or your existing template that you selected. I hope you are clear how you will go to pipeline section and configure pipeline. And let's say you create any name, or you can simply here rename it. Just go there and provide the name based on your understanding. Okay, basically you can easily identify. And after that, like let's say you have 100 plus pipeline, then how you will identify? So better you create a folder also, and go to pipeline section and go to all and just create new folder here. Click on this, then it will ask name. So for reference purpose, I create a new folder, name is Infra, and here I create this one. Then how your pipeline will move? So go to in the recent and just click here and just rename section, and just select. Let's say by default is not there, so you need to select and select the folder. Once you click this one and then okay, your pipeline will move automatically on that folder. Okay, that's the purpose to use this pipeline folder, so you can easily identify. Let's say this is for infra, some of pipeline maybe there are some application pipeline or maybe some other purpose, so that you can easily identify. Go there and just select there. Okay, now I'll show you how to trigger the pipeline first. So based on the my topics plan, so I need to set up first the backend setup. So backend setup, basically I need to deploy resource group storage container so that I can store my TF state file. Let me go to the portal. Here you see there's no resource group and storage there. This is for existing purpose. Okay, so I'm not going this one. So first we'll go there, and as per my understanding or the team understanding purpose, I given the naming convention along with the number so that I can understand which pipeline need to trigger first. So this is the pipeline. Okay, so you see infra pipeline backend deploy. So first we'll go there and just go to run pipeline, and you see you need to select your branch. Let's suppose your code is still in future branch, so go there and select this and then start here. Okay, and you need to ensure which environment you want to deploy. So first I'm targeting dev, so I'll go for dev and just run. Once you run, the pipeline will start to trigger, and then resource will create on Azure side. Okay, so configuration side already explained in the pipeline side and code, right? So once we trigger pipeline, this is our pipeline. This pipeline we trigger for dev, then it will check some of the variable from common, right? And then it will trigger to stage. So stage will trigger to check the templates. Template is this one. Okay, so if you expand the template, so this is the pipeline, and pipeline backend configuration is common vars and then templates. And template you see here all these stages, condition, approval gates, and the naming convention, and some of common variables. It automatically track from there, right? And you see all the resource storage, whatever we are configure here, that is going to create, right? So go to in the portal. So I'm not going to detail here because already explained this part. And now you see it is creating for us. Okay, let's wait to finish this one, then show you to take up a product. Now you see the pipeline successfully deployed for prod. Let me go to the portal and I'll show you whether resource is created or not. Just refresh it and just check whether resource group is created or not. Okay, just refresh. I'm refreshing it. All right, now you can see. So this is created resource group. Inside resource group, store is also created, and inside their container also created, right? If you want to see, I'll quickly show you. And then I'll take her for prod, right? I need to make sure about the storage resource group needed for prod and dev, and after that you can start to deployment. Okay, trigger the second pipeline. After that, you see this is resource group, and then after that storage, and then container. Okay, that is needed for backend. Now I'll trigger pipeline for prod. Go back and just same way. Now I'm trigger the pipeline for prod. Go to this and just run. Okay, let's wait to finish, then I'll show you. And here you see I already add the gates for production, because production will not go without approval. So this I need to first approve, then only it will trigger for production, right? So let's wait to finish this one and then show you. All right, now you see the pipeline also success for prod. I hope this will also create. Let me validate from the portal. Go back and refresh the page and just refresh and see. Okay, now you see the two resource group, dab and prod is created, similar storage and all is created here, right, in the container. So all the configuration managed by template in the backend, we just trigger the pipeline for respective environment like dab and prod. You need to trigger the pipeline, that's it. Okay, so now we ready the backend side. Now need to trigger the pipeline for deployment. So first I will go to second pipeline. Okay, let me trigger first dab. So the condition approval gets already added. If you trigger for dab, it will not ask any approval, but when you trigger for prod, it will ask for approval, and that gate is managing. Okay, meanwhile it is running, and let's wait to finish first. Okay, and I'll show you how we add the gates. Go back in my code, and if you want to see first in the portal side, so first I create a gates. Go to environments. Here I create a environments, right, dab and prod. Okay, and also add the condition gates here approval. So if you go in my previous session, you know how to add the approvals for the gates. So that currently I'm not going, but just for reference you can add here, and go to the code side. And code side, if you go to the template, this is second template. So here add the condition, and the condition, if you see, go to the production, right, here I added the condition stage 2 equal to parameter Terraform action apply succeed in this if environments gate. Okay, line number 101, you see approval gates. So here I added the approval gates, right, and right here, and then I'm select the environments dab. It will not ask. If it's going to prod, yes, it will take care. Okay, that is a condition. And also adding the plan. Once plan succeed, then on it will go for its pipeline. Like this stage will depend on the plan stage. If plan is failed somehow, then it will not trigger. Okay, so first plan should be success, then only will trigger for next stage. Similar for other stage like destroy and all, also add the same condition naming convention. So here also you can see, so that also take care in the gates, right. Here the gates I already added. Okay, so here's here environment. So if you see, if else parameter tab, then it will go for this. If it's not, then it will go for the environment. Okay, if you select prod, yes, you need to provide environment. If non prod like dab, then it will go for non deployment, like non approval gates. Okay, it's not need approval for dab environment. Let me check whether it's success or fail. Okay, it's failed. Let's see what is the problem. Okay, like list blob executed expected for Z, and let's see, and fix container not found. Okay, so what I'll do, the second step, I'll take help from the Copilot. I know the issue with the naming because not able to find. Simple, I'll go there and just ask to fix this issue. Okay, it will fix automatically. So just wait. Why I'm asking, because I want to use the Copilot here to help and sort it out problem. Right, so you see it resolve my issue by GitHub, and also showing right where this line number and which template is issued. So it clearly mentioned in this one, and also clearly defining here. So what is the mistake? I cross check, I missed dash. Actually here I'm not using dash, but here I'm using dash in the backend. So whatever resource is created, that is with dash. When I'm trying to find existing resource, so it's not matching. So that's why it is failing to pick up the existing resource group and all, right, and the container. So now it already match. Only I need to confirm whether this correct or not. Yes, I validate is correct. I'm agree with this. Just keep it active. So once you keep it, it means we accept the changes and then post the changes here. So now I'm updating changes to repo. Okay, so just commit and change. Now I'm pushing to repo, then I'll trigger the pipeline again. Trigger again this pipeline and go to there. I'm just trigger. So now you can see the pipeline deploy successfully for dab, and our like first stage is plan is on and second stage. Okay, let's move on to next. Alright guys, so now I'll show you first deploy in the production, because I have already show you, and go for the production and just click on run. Your pipeline will start to trigger. So the last issue, that is a container, that already fixed in the production side, and now I just need to trigger. Okay, let's wait to finish this task, and then show you the next part. Okay, the destroy one will show you. So it is going to trigger and it waiting for approval. I need to approve. Yes, then it will start the plan and then go for the deploy, and after that it will go for the till deploy it will not go for destroy, because destroy will take care of the other pipeline and the condition based that is managed, right? So let's finish this one, then I'll show you the resources, then we'll go for the destroy part. Okay, now you see the pipeline going for the deployment part, right? It asking approval, but yes, ideally need a one stage on the production one, but yeah, I'll update that and modify the changes. But yes, now I need to approve, then go for the deployment, and once it's approved we'll update the next one. Okay, let's wait to finish this one. Now see, the pipeline is failed on the deployment side for production, and I see the issue. So issue is only here to exceed approval total region core quota. Okay, so whatever machine I'm deploying, it's a quota limitation for this region, so that is not allowed. So either I need to switch to a different region to deploy, or either need to reduce our SKU size, CPU limit I need to decrease. Okay, so whatever size I'm using in for that region is limited, it's not allowed to exceed. Okay, so that's not issue in a logic and pipeline or is any issue configuration. It's only the issue with a CPU limitation for this region where I'm deploying Azure. Okay, so there are two approach, either you can reduce your CPU size or you can select different region and then you can deploy. Okay, so currently I'm using central India, that region some limitation. Okay, so that's not an issue in logic, so that's fair enough, and we can easily modify the changes in your code. Okay, now coming to next, let's suppose you deploy and changes, some of resource not ready because some CPU limitation, but yes, some of resources deploy, so that you can easily destroy by using destroy pipeline or cleanup to save or optimize your cost. Okay, that is our main purpose. So let me refresh and I'll show you to run that pipeline. Right, so you see these resources deploy and production. Okay, so we'll go in the pipeline side and just run the destroy, and I need to select the production one because I need to select. Ideally need to be validation for dev environment, but yeah, for condition and testing purpose I'm using here because it's not actual production. But when we are going to ready to deploy actual production, it depend on where you need the destroy or not, but yes, it is ideally need for dev or testing environment, not production. Okay, so the best practice here, make sure to configure separate template for deletion or destroy task and stages. Currently I'm using one template that take care plan, deploy and destroy, right? So based on that, but pipeline I'm using separate. So that's how it's working. Okay, so that you can modify according to your requirement. Not go to, meanwhile it's going to destroy the resources. So first we need to approve, because without approval will not go. First here, and I'm sure because I'm part of the approval group, it will go to next. Let me finish this one, then so meanwhile is running, so I'll show you GitHub to how to use the documentation. Update readme.md file, md file. Okay, just ask to update documentation, it will help you to update your documentation. You see here the documentation is done by Copilot, and I'm agree to this and just keep it accept. I accept, the changes will reflect, and now you can simply go to here and just open preview, and then you can read the documentation is perfect that you are expecting, all this structure and all now is fine. Let's move on to Azure DevOps site and see whether scaling up is done or not. Okay, destroy is done. Now let's go to the portal, and here just refresh. Okay, once refresh, okay, it will refresh, just check it, and that's okay, it will delete it. So that's it guys for this channel in this today's session. Thank you.